Hey guys, I hope you had the chance to see how to make paneer at home. And now that you probably have your first homemade block of paneer, here's what I'm gonna do with it. And let me know what you are gonna do with it in the comment section down below. So we're making a Paneer Tikka Masala. Paneer Tikka are cubes of paneer that are traditionally marinated and then cooked or charred in a tandoor oven. But we don't have that at home, so we're going to be broiling those paneer tikkas and we'll toss it in a nice sweet and spicy tomatoey sauce. It's going to be amazing. I'll leave some links down below so you can see how to make your own paneer at home in case you haven't seen that yet. And of course, all the written recipes will be on the website, and be sure to follow me on Instagram to get sneak peeks on what is coming up next. I'm always testing out recipes, so be sure to hit subscribe and follow me on Instagram. Let's get started. So we'll first start by marinating the actual paneer. So in a bowl here, I'm measuring some lime juice and yogurt. Then we'll add some of our spices. Then we'll add some degi mirch, turmeric, ground coriander, kasuri methi, garam masala, and a pinch of salt. Then give this all a really good whisk and you'll have a beautiful marinade just like this. Now just toss your cubes of paneer. These are about 1 inch in thickness, and then just toss that gently. You don't want to break it, to combine and coat it completely with that marinade. You can just let that sit while we start on our sauce. So for the sauce, I have a large wok here, or a kadai, and you want to start heating up some olive oil in here. We're gonna roast some veggies really quickly, so turn the heat up high. I'm gonna be using some onions, red peppers, and green peppers cut in a large dice, just so we can give it some nice saute, give it some nice color, because this will be the topping and a final garnish for this dish. Traditionally, when paneer tikkas are served, they're usually roasted with marinated vegetables like peppers and onions and even tomatoes, and it all has that same nice char, which really adds to the whole experience of having the paneer tikka. And that is why we are doing this vegetable step, so we can incorporate all the elements of a paneer tikka into our gravy dish. Now once the veggies have a nice shine and a light char, you can set that aside. You don't want to completely cook them, you want a bit of the bite still there. Then turn the heat down to medium and add in some olive oil and butter. The olive oil will actually protect that butter from burning. Then add in some cumin seeds and lots of finely chopped onions. You want to sweat these onions out and cook it out until they're nice and fragrant and they start to become soft. Also add in some of your chopped ginger and garlic in there. Having them chopped instead of pureed adds to the texture and the consistency of our final sauce. Then add in all of your chopped tomatoes, and then we'll add some of our dried spices here. So some turmeric for a bit of color and ground coriander as well. Give this all a good mix. You can add a pinch of salt there as well, and we'll cook this down until the tomatoes start to break down. We don't want the tomatoes to turn into mush. We want these diced tomatoes to still have some of that structure. So at the point where they start to break down, that's when you want to add in some tomato puree or passata, which are strained tomatoes. Add loads of that. That's going to help create the body of our sauce, and then season it with some degi mirch and a pinch of salt again, just to your taste. Always season it at every single stage. We want to simmer this down until the sauce is easy to slather on the pan. It has thickened slightly, and you might also see bits of oil on the sides. It should take you no longer than 10 to 12 minutes on medium heat. Now we've already added lots of spice into the sauce, so it's time to add in some sweetness. And I always prefer honey instead of sugar. I think it's a more mellow kind of sweetener, and you can just taste the difference. I don't know if it's just me. Let me know what you prefer to use as a sweetener in your gravies in the comment section down below. So add the honey in there. You can add more or less based on your tastes, and then Give this all a good mix, followed by some of your ground cardamom. Again, lots of aromas in here. Let this cook again for about a minute or two before you add in some of your kasuri methi, which adds so much fragrance. Let this cook again for about a minute or two, and at this point just set your gravy aside and let's focus on our paneer. So we're gonna broil it so we can get a nice char on that marinade. So I have a wire rack over a baking sheet and just arrange the paneer, the marinated chunks on the wire rack. I have my oven rack set to the highest setting so it can be really nice and close to the broiler element, and then just transfer your baking sheet into that top rack and turn the oven to broil mode. And then we want to broil this until there's a light char on the paneer and it has warmed completely through. This may take about 30 seconds or up to 3 minutes per side, depending on how strong your broiler is. You don't have to broil each and every side of the cube. Just make sure you broil at least 2 to 3 sides, and you don't want to risk drying out the paneer if you cook it for too long. And here's what it'll look like when you've finished broiling it. A light char all around, and when you press it, it's nice and fluffy still. Okay, back to our sauce. We'll start finishing the sauce by adding in some cream. I prefer to use 10% cream because I can really use just the cream to thin out that gravy if it's too thick at this stage, and at the same time add some additional creaminess. If you use the same amounts of heavy cream, you're going to turn the dish really pale, whitish orange. You don't want that. 10% is perfect to thin it out while retaining that beautiful orangish red color. You want to warm this through, and when it's warmed, then add in your chunks of paneer tikka, followed by your sauteed veggies from the first step. And that's how you make a beautiful paneer tikka masala at home, where we made everything from scratch, even the paneer. Now I'm going to be having this with a 1 hour recipe for naan, and it turned out so well. No oven needed, and be sure to hit subscribe and turn all notifications on the bell icon so you don't miss out when that video comes out next week. For more videos just like this one, be sure to hit subscribe, hit the bell icon, and to see more paneer recipes, click here.